At Georgia Power, we're investing in our power grid, expanding our infrastructure to shorten outage and repair time, and providing a more diverse fuel mix at a cost 15% below the national average. Because with reliable energy, the future is in your hands.
Andy Ogletree, Tyler Strafacci, can the Yellow Jackets make it a three-peat of USAM champs? One of the men who's aiming to do just that joins us now on Tech Talks, redshirt junior Bartley Forrester. Bartley, good to see you. How are you?
Good, Andy. How you doing?
Doing great. Let's sort of tell everybody your journey to get to Oakmont, because it was a roller coaster. You just missed out on a playoff spot at your qualifier, but then 2 weeks later, you got the call that you were in as an alternate. Can you kind of explain the range of emotions that you went through during that span of time?
Yeah, so I played pretty good in the qualifier. Ended up tying for the last spot of 5. Ended up in a playoff with RB Clyburn, who used to play football here, funny enough. He ended up beating me, which I was pretty bummed about, to say the least. But then probably about a week and a half later, I get an email from the USGA saying, hey, give me a call about your alternate status. I want to give you some good news, which, I thought that sounded pretty promising. So, I called him and he said they had a spot on the field for me if I wanted, and I said I absolutely did. So, it really worked out nice, and I'm really excited to be able to tee it up with the USAM.
No question about that. We saw you participate in every round at NCAAs, and this was after you kind of worked your way into the rotation there in the postseason. How much did that kind of give you some inertia, some momentum heading into the summer, heading ultimately into the USAM?
Yeah, getting that spot was big. I've been kind of struggled early in the spring, and then I started to play better and better, and then got a chance last round at the regionals in Tallahassee and played pretty well, and then got to stay in the lineup for NCAAs in Arizona, and it was good. It was a really nice experience, playing stage that big, dealing with that kind of pressure. You don't get that a whole lot, so that really then kind of propelled me into the summer, and hopefully I can kind of carry that into Oakmont also.
Well, you have some good guys that you can solicit for advice when it comes to performing well at the USAM. Your teammates, Andy Ogletree, Tyler Strafacci, the last 2 USAM champions, from either talking with them or maybe watching them when they went through their USAM experiences. What was the biggest takeaway? What are the biggest lessons that maybe they imparted directly or indirectly to you that you aim to take with you to Pennsylvania?
Well, I guess just one thing is how hard they work. I kind of know what it takes to get it done, which is nice. I've seen them, work out and practice every day for the last, 2 or 3 years. So, I kind of know what kind of effort I need to put in. And then, I actually called and talked to Ty a few nights ago, and he gave me a couple of tips about it. He said, just get the match play and then really just rely on your ball striking, which is my strength. And you can just wear out people from tee to green. And my goal is to get in that top 64 and then just hopefully make some noise from there.
Knowing that you and the 5 other current and former Yellow Jackets will be competing in the USAM, when you go up to Pennsylvania and the other folks, other competitors will see that GT on the chest, knowing the success the Yellow Jackets have had in the AM, does that give you a little extra confidence, a little extra swagger around the course?
It probably will a little bit. Tech golf's been pretty dominant there the last couple of years, to say the least. And, just knowing that, I can play with guys and compete with guys that have gotten it done the last couple of years is going to be a nice confidence boost when I do end up teeing it up there.
Finally, big question, Bartley. Who's on your bag at the USAM?
So I've got our assistant coach, Devin Stanton, on the bag, and he caddied for Andy when he won, and he caddied for him at the Masters too. So
how'd you swing that? He was a man in demand, I'm sure.
Yeah, it worked out. I'm glad to have him, and that experience is going to be coming real handy when we get up there and get in the mix. So it's going to be awesome.
Well, I like your chances already, Bartley. We can't wait to see you swing it up at Oakmont representing Georgia Tech. Bartley Forrester, everybody, thanks for joining us here on Tech Talks.
Yeah, thanks, Andy.